Hello bees, welcome to the third video. So we had a tough game, actually let's call it what it is. We had a shitty game last week and I'm very disappointed. Mostly I'm disappointed because they did not win the game, we lost it, and I think we lost it even before we got on the ice because as they said, we didn't really play with the mind, but also we didn't play with the heart really at all. You'll see in these short clips I made how bad we played by like not really playing. Like we really didn't care about the outcome of this game, and you'll see from like bad penalties we took, too many men, which was unlucky, but it did happen. We had changes that were horrible. Like the puck was already in our zone and we were changing, expecting the other players on the bench to pick up the slack, which is horrible to other team members to do. We had people standing around all the time, waiting for the puck, waiting for something to happen. We had no forecheck whatsoever, or back checking. Like you'll see, there was one video. There's the one that pissed me off so much, and you'll see why. But yeah, so let's dive in and let's figure out what happened. Let's never do what we just did this week because it's horrible. Like really, we played a good season and we finishing it off in the worst way possible. So let's dive in. Okay, the first clip is this. We are in the first period. We just are in, down one man because we're in a power play. And if you notice, basically, first of all, we stand around the first beginning, and there is not really a sense of urgency in doing things in our side, but okay, let's let it slide. But then the problematic part of this goal is that they stay in front of the net for a bunch of time, and we don't do anything about it. We're like fighting it on the ground. We're not covering the pass. We're not pushing away people from the net, and that's the reason why they score. Remember, if the net, it's not just an area that we kind of like to cover. It's our area. It's our fort. We are defending it. Meaning, like, if a person is standing there, you push them away. Of course, don't cross-check them in the back, but you are allowed and supposed to push away a person from front of the net. Nobody should be camping there because if they are, that means that in this case, Manus can't see shit, and they have a great opportunity to shoot, like it just happened. So this first goal is the beginning of the game, and it doesn't look as bad, but you'll see this sets a tone for the rest of the game, which sucks. But let's dive in for the next one. Okay, I want to preface this by saying that this play is the one that pisses me off the most, by a long shot. So look at this play, it's happening, we lose the puck, and first of all, look where the last person in our team is. The puck is already outside the blue zone, and it's still in front of the net. That's already wrong. So people are coming back, they're skating a little bit, they're not really skating so harsh. We shoot and stuff, and we still have only 4 players there. What happened? I tell you what happened. So in this play, happened that the 5th player, which was a wing, was there in front of the net, turned around and started chit-chatting with fucking Grant. So that's not anything that is gonna fly. If I'm the captain of a team and you do that shit and I see it again, I'll bench you. I don't care because that's insulting to everybody that is playing on the ice, be it our team and the other team. If you're playing just for that reason, I mean, I understand it's rec league and we are lower level and stuff, but that doesn't mean that we're playing like we're in a schoolyard. We're playing hockey. If you're on the ice, you are playing hockey. And if you don't want to play hockey or you want to just chat, then you just sit down. There is no way that you are leaving your other team members hanging like there when we basically gave them a power play for a few seconds for no damn reason. You're tired, you get off the ice. You don't want to play, you get off the ice. You are on the ice, you have the right of playing, and you have the privilege of playing. That's what we don't really get every once in a while. The fact that you're 5 people on the ice, there is either 10 or 12 sitting on the bench waiting to have the privilege to play. So if you don't feel like playing, fuck it, just get off. That's insulting to everybody, especially because this happens in the second period when we are losing 2-0. And that's why I'm so mad about this play. Just because it's kind of portrays the fact that we didn't really care about this game. Some people did, of course. I'm not saying pointing a finger at everybody, but as the team itself, we didn't really give a fuck about this game. We were just playing slowly. We were just chasing the puck once in a while, and we were just playing comfortably. That's not what we do, especially with the team that is probably the best team in the league so far. So I see this happen again, I'm gonna be so mad. So I'm telling you already, I was screaming on the bench, and I wasn't the only one screaming on the bench, which means that's good because other people noticed it. But don't do that crap. This is just one example. Don't, if you're the person that did it, don't. I'm not pointing fingers to you, at you, but there have been other cases where people are just like slowly skating back, like who cares? I'm on the ice. It's nice because it's cold and outside is hot. No, that's not why we play hockey. We play hockey to win. We will play hockey to push our limits. That's a rec league. You gotta push it. You can't just stay. And actually, honestly, like that, it's happening only in the rec league like that. If you do that stuff in any other league, they kick you off. Like the team members will be like, don't bother showing up next week. So keep an eye on that. Don't do that ever again. Next up is a problem we had on the defense side when we were attacking. And basically the weak side D is always way too low compared to where it should be. In this situation, you can see we give them a breakaway, but because the weak side D, it's playing catch up. And he has also more ground to cover because he's coming from the other side of the rink. So you should always consider you should be higher, above the blue line. It doesn't really matter if we lose the puck, we get out of the zone, it's fine, but it's much better than having this situation happen. And this one happened several times in the game. This is just an example. Just stay higher, stay between the blue line, the red line, and as well, like you gotta calculate where your legs can bring you, because imagine that we're always gonna have people like John Wong skating. So are you fast as him? No. So gain some ground by just being above it already. Now, the next one is about communication. So these are two simple clips I found, but there are a lot of other ones there. You can clearly see that people are not talking to each other. Talking is the best tool you have besides your stick and your skates. So in the first one, I don't talk to Charlie. We both go on the same puck. And the second one, it happens the same. Two people collapsing. Actually, we have three people on the same 5 feet of ice or something. So that's bad. Try to talk to each other, scream, don't be afraid, it's hockey, you can scream as much as you want, nobody gives a fuck, so it's great. Keep on screaming to each other. So regarding the breakaways and in general playing as a team, so in the first one you'll see that basically the pass should have been done right away to the wing because it's right there, instead of like carrying up the puck and having the issue that now you have the center has to take your spot, and you're basically mixing up all the team. The team is like from being on a set play, pass it, defense passes it to the wing either tries to pass it to the center or just passes it above the blue line. Now we have to shuffle around, and everybody has to take his own spot in a different way, which it makes it problematic, inconvenient. This is the one clip I found, but there is a lot of other ones we did kind of wrong. We never really got it right, and that's one reason why we lost this game. The other team was very, very good at clearing the puck. They methodologically did it. So the second one is roughly the same mentality around it. That's why I picked it up. It's just we don't play as a team. We could have played this puck. There's two people in front of this player that could have received it. Instead, he decides to go in, and then we're collapsing. You basically go in the same spot where the wing is already. So now we have two players in like a napkin of ice. It's bad. So just try to pass it to each other. Actually, in this situation, the second step, there is also a player right on the left side, all open. It could have been a cross-ice pass. Everybody's on the right side. You pass it to the left, and now their team has to switch sides instead of doing what they expect you to do, which is carrying the puck in. So yeah, keep an eye out for good passes you can receive or send. Okay, I say this every single time, and I don't think anybody's listening, but you gotta move. You can't be standing on the ice. So in this situation, Mike has the puck, is fighting for it. Look at the other players. That's what is most important in this situation. It's not Mike. Mike is fighting and holding the puck and doing whatever he can to keep possession of it. Look at the 4 players we have. At least the 3 of them that should be carrying about this play are the defense, the strong side defense, and the 2 forwards. They're standing there. There is nothing they're doing. They're covered because they have to. Each one of them has a good defender in front of them. So they're out of the play. If you have a person in front of you, you are out. Like you might as well just sit down. You're not doing anything at that point. But if you move, the other person now has to look at you and keep an eye on you and keep on moving with you. So move. That's the reason why we lost this puck, is because Mike doesn't have an outlet here. 2 people in front of the net, nobody's behind the net, which is already like a problem because we don't have a triangle here. We have a line between the side, center, and center. And the defense there is not moving sideways. So it doesn't, what can Mike do here? Nothing. So move all the time. Okay, let's close this video on a high note at least. And this is a play that I love, just because we are actually forechecking. And it's the first time that we do it in this game probably, and leads to a goal. Look, we don't quit in this play. I think that's Chad that skates, goes behind the net, pisses them off, makes Grant make a mistake, which is awesome, and we get a goal. So that's the point of forecheck. You gotta go in it. You can't just like skate, stroll your way to the other player and maybe show the stick a little bit. You gotta be hard. It's hockey. It's not just like soccer where you have to fake it. You gotta go hard as you can, and you pressure them so hard that actually they make a mistake. And this is a great goal. This is a free goal that we got out of it. So keep on doing this in the next game, and we're definitely going to win. So in conclusion, for the next game, let's play to win. Let's not walk into the ice thinking already we are going to lose or something. We have to skate hard. We are fighting for winning the cup, so let's do that. Let's play as we played a lot of other games, especially the ones where we were understaffed or we were in power play situations. In those games, we pulled through and we show that we have a heart and we have a brain, actually, and we have legs to do it. So why don't we do it when we have a full team? It's because we sit comfortably every time and we think that we got this, it's fine. No, we don't have it until we have a 4-goal lead and the other team is crying. So let's do that this week. We're playing against a team that has good players. We beat them a bunch of times, but we also lost a couple of times. So that doesn't mean that we're going to lose. That doesn't mean we're going to win. If we walk in thinking correctly and mostly thinking while we're playing. Like whenever you are skating, you should be thinking like, am I supposed to be here? No? Okay, let me move and let me go where everybody else thinks I should be. Or, am I supposed to be here? Yes. Therefore, let me move a little bit. Like, let me move on the side so they get to see me, they get to see my stick, and they can pass me a puck. I can't stand here because it's hockey. I don't stand, ever. I'm moving all the time. Let's never, ever, ever, ever do what I showed at the beginning of this video. Seriously, it pisses me off so much. And let's remember the breakouts. We had a few games where we were nailing them down and it was perfect and we won thanks to that. So let's try to keep on doing it. We know what to do, we just don't do it, which is upsetting, but let's do it. And you'll see that once we get out of our defensive zone, once we're attacking, we're kind of good. The problem is when we're defending, we're all over the place. So let's try to be disciplined in the back, and we got this. Remember, we win this one, we get to play another game, which is great, and that one will be the final, and we get to win the Marshall's Cup. So let's do that. Come on. I'll see you on Sunday.